Hello, and welcome to the Nightly News with Kelly Hastings on Channel 20.
Good evening, everyone. On today's show, we will start off by looking into some of our modern heroes. First, let's discuss the heroic Charles Lindbergh with our reporter,
Thanks, Kelly. Charles Lindbergh has indeed made history. This American aviator, military officer, author, inventor, explorer, and environmental activist has made the first non-stop trip across the Atlantic. He completed this travel alone using a single-engine, purpose-built Ryan monoplane named Spirit of St. Louis. This flight took him a total of 33 and a half hours to cover 3,600 miles. With this memorable trip, he has obtained the Medal of Honor and many other awards of recognition from other countries.
Thank you, Yanel. While on the topic of pilots, today we have a special guest with us. Amelia Earhart! Amelia has ever so kindly agreed to sit down with us for a quick interview discussing her hopeful leads to success with our interviewer, Riley.
Hi, Amelia. Welcome.
Hi, Riley. Glad to be here.
So to start off, I heard a rumor that you used to hate planes when you were younger. Tell me, Amelia, is that true?
Of course it's true. When I was 10 years old, I absolutely hated planes. Couldn't stand the sight of them. I thought they were rusty wire and wood, and it didn't interest me at all.
What changed your mind?
Well, rather recently, a decade ago, a friend and I went to some flying stunt exhibit, and we were out in the clearing, and one of the planes, a red plane, flew right above our heads. There was also that time that Frank Hawk and I went flying.
How'd that go?
Well, it was my first time in the air. I was a bit surprised, didn't know what to expect. But once we got 2,000, 3,000 feet up in the air, I knew I had to fly. I got my flying license and I bought my canary.
Do you think you'll ever fly across the Atlantic like Charles Lindbergh?
Well, Charles Lindbergh is the one that inspired me to go to that exhibit and to go riding with Frank Hawk. I'd love to follow in his footsteps, but that won't be for another decade or so. But that won't be for another decade or so.
Sorry to interfere with your regularly scheduled news station, but we need to discuss the new hot topic of the Red Scare. Recently in Russia, the citizens overthrew the old Tsar's regime and established a new communist state. A new communist party has been formed here, in the United States, as well from the Russian influence. They are a threat to our country. They are not good people. They sent bombs to government and business leaders. Here with us, we have Mitchell Palmer, a person hunting down these communists. He is to give us more information on the issue.
Tonight, we are here with U.S. Attorney General A. Mitchell Palmer, who is working to get rid of communism in the United States. Palmer, tell me, who were the victims of your attacks?
My agents and I target suspected communists, socialists, and anarchists. We trample people's civil rights, invade private homes, and put suspects in jail without allowing them legal counsel.
Who are these agents you speak of?
Well, first of all, J. Edgar Hoover is my special assistant in our raids. Our agents consist of anti-communists.
Thank you so much for allowing me to interview you today.
Recently, there has also been an increase in the number of strikes going on. In Boston, the police went on strike. They were upset because they have not received a pay raise for a good amount of time. But no worries, a new police force has been hired, so we are still in good hands. At the steel mills, the workers are negotiating for shorter working hours. The U.S. Steel Corporation is refusing to meet with the union leaders, though. The last important strike was at the coal mine. John L. Lewis was able to get coal miners a 27% wage increase, as well as becoming a hero for his actions in organizing the strikes. While these strikes are going on, please be careful though, because the strikers are said to be communists, therefore making them dangerous. If you see a strike, please report it so it may be taken care of by the proper authorities. Having to do with the Red Scare, we have the Sacco Vanzetti trial. 2 Italian immigrants being charged with murder and may be faced with the death penalty if found guilty. Let's go live with Riley in Massachusetts, where she is with the people outside the courthouse waiting for the verdict.
In front of me, I have Jordan protesting the verdict of the Sacco Vanzetti case. Please tell me, what is happening inside the courthouse?
The judge just ruled Sacco and Vanzetti are both being found guilty for the murder of 2 men, but this is completely unfair.
Why do you say this is unfair?
Sacco and Vanzetti are only being charged because they are both Italian men, and the witness said they saw 2 men that looked Italian doing the crime. But in addition, Sacco and Vanzetti were already on the police's watch list for speaking out against the government about communism and making threats, so that didn't help their case. However, they shouldn't be charged for a crime they didn't commit only because they're immigrants.
Wow, how interesting. Thank you so much for your time. Hope this situation is settled correctly and just.
Bye!
Thanks for tuning in to our show today. I apologize for the change in location. In case you missed it, we discussed the Red Scare, the verdict of the Sacco Vanzetti case, and several heroes such as Amelia Earhart and Charles Lindbergh. Just always remember, when out on the streets, beware of the strikers and the Red Scare. Also, if you see any potential communists, give us a call. I'm Kelly Hastings from the one and only Channel 20 News. Tune in next week for more information.